Shit. Okay, so due to some genius that I concocted, that 2-hour recording session only took 16 gigabytes of my drive. So, hell yeah. I really did always like Halloween Town and Olympus Castle or Olympus Coliseum. Wonderland, eh. Agrabah, eh. Monstro sucks. So I guess we're gonna do Monstro first. And the reason is because why not? Eat that frog, am I right? Nice and warm too. I'm starting to feel like a nap. I think you should be a little more worried. Who's there? You're inside the belly of Monstro the whale. Why, I know that voice. Pinocchio, Pinoch, it's you. Come on out. Is that you, Jiminy? Gosh, I thought I'd never see you again. Gee, there's no way you wouldn't find me again. I'm your conscience, and your conscience will always be your guide, remember? Sure, Jiminy, and I've been a good boy, promise. I didn't tell a single lie. Ah, little damn liar. Uh-oh. Well, for Pete's sake. Oops. But how did you end up inside Monstro anyway? We, sort of use a special way. It's so special we don't know how we did it. That's too bad. I was hoping you could help me and Father get out of here. Well, I'll be Geppetto's here too? Sure he is. Follow me. Nah. That little lying bastard's up to no good. Telling you. Ironically, Monstro is probably one of the worlds that was done way better in Recom. Like, Monstro severely benefits from the layout of the way Recom works. Oh. That's rather annoying. But that's not. Let's go. Yeah, these friend cards are pretty much going to be our bread and butter for a vast portion of the game. At least until we get our hands on that Moogle card. Yes, sir. Alright, yeah, let's equip this deck. Yeah. Lots of blue cards dropping in here, and I'm very happy to see that. Blue cards, for the most part, are free rooms. Like, there's not gonna be enemies that are spawning in there. They're gonna give you, you know, lots of the little goodies, like Moogle points and shit. Yeah, see, if you maneuver wisely with that goofy tornado, you can really make a lot out of it.
Tunnel. Freeze. Goofy. Loyal. Yeah. Ha. Ha.
Let's get some cards. And let's duel. Hold on, what's the requirement? 7+. Kinda got the shit out of the stick there.
Yeah.
Alright, before anything, deck number 3. You are now useless to us. Now, let's see. This deals a little more attack damage. So, stun impact needs to be anywhere between 20 to 23. So pretty tight timing there. Does not work with our front loading the really weak cards, but we can still use essentially the same method. Now we're working towards a lot more slides. So one thing we can do is 7 here. Alright, so look, that puts us up to 9 on that. And then we go to a 3 right here. Put that 7 right there. Forgot, in order to do that, sliding dash needs to be the same card. So that's 7 right there. And then we're gonna go to 3 and 7, that makes 10. So the next card literally does not matter. It can be a 3, that makes it a 5 on the second row. Put a 5 right here. Now we're gonna end up starting with the 5 on the second go around. So 5 and then 5 and a 3 should work nicely. Just gotta have this here. So let me grab a piece of paper. Now we're gonna do some quick maths. Alright, 2 plus 3 plus 7. That's gonna give us 12. And then 2 plus 3 plus 5. That's gonna give us 10. And then 2 plus 3 plus 6. That's gonna give us an 11. Alright. Now, the fuck is this? Alright, I don't know what the hell just happened. Edit deck, okay. 1, 2, 2. Oh, it's because I'm dumb. Okay. Okay. 2, 2, 2. Need 3. 3. 3. And then, huh? What is that? Oh. Oh. What a guy. Huh? Oh, that's good. 7. And then, 5. And 6. Okay. Now, these are all going to be 1s. 1, 1, 1. On turn 2, it's going to be 2. So 2, 7, and 3. And this can be a 2. And then 5, 3, and 6. Huh? So 3 plus 7 plus 3 equals 13. And then 5 plus 3 plus 6. It's gonna give us motherfucking 14. Okay. So that's, huh? Oh, here. Alright, so 13, 14. Now on the third reload, we're gonna start with a 7. So this is 1, put this as 2, and then 3. Sliding dash and stun impact. On the third reload is when we're going to start doing stun impacts. So we got to map that out in our heads to understand how that's going to work. Now, we could, of course, continue with some more sliding dashes, which we can use a 1, a 4, and a 4. It's gonna leave us low. Okay, so this is where we go to the Moogle. Every Moogle room automatically is going to give us some free cards. Now, we can go ahead and buy a bunch of cards. Oh yeah. Magic card's gonna cost a little more because they're a little more powerful. Get rid of this 1. Gotta remember that the first card we input here is going to be lost. So 2 plus 4 plus 4 is going to give us 10, and that's enough for a sliding dash. But once we reload, that second card in the chain, it's going to be our 2 again. So we're going to do 4 plus 4, because that second 4 is not going to be used up. And then that's going to leave us with another 2 that we're going to need. But that 2 is not going to be enough by itself. So we can do like a 3 and then we can put a 5 right here. Right, so we get an idea of how this works. 3 plus 2 plus 5 equals 10 again. And then this time that 2 is going to be there, and then the 5 is going to be, so that's going to give us 10 for the second, and then 5 as the first on a second reload. Now that 5 can be combined with let's see, if we put a 3 here, 5 plus 4, then put a 1 right here. Where did I just put that pen? Where did I just put the pen? I just had the freaking pen in my hand. Why does this always happen to me? And 3 plus 4 plus 1 obviously does not function. 3 plus 4 is going to give us 7, so we need a 3 or a higher, so we can do a 4. Plus 4 equals 11, and that's going to give us 5 plus 4 plus 4, which is going to give us 12, or 13. Alright, so with that, we just guaranteed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sliding dashes on the first rotation. 4 sliding dashes on the second rotation. Alright. And that gives us a combined total of 10 sliding dashes before our deck starts to thin out. But keep in mind too, we're also thinking about our stun impacts. So now, because we have our second row of cards predetermined, we can do, let's see, starting with a 7, right? 7 and then a 3, and then 3 and a 6. And then a 4, and another 4, plus the 2, then the 5, plus the 2 4s. So now, where's our pen gone to again? Oh, our pen has once again disappeared. Oh, there we are. Now, 7. And we're gonna have to essentially do a little weird setup here. We can put 2, 3, 5, that's going to give us a 10, 3, a 1, and a 5, and then a 1, a 2, a 5. I would like to have that there. Yep. 7 and 8. We don't have any 6, but we can do 8 and 7. 7 plus 8 plus 7 is going to give us 22. And then after that, what's the next card that we'll start with is a 3. 3, pretty difficult to work with if we're trying to make a 20 or higher, because even if we had 9s, yeah, pretty much the only way to make it work is with 9s, and we just don't have that. But we can skip and go to the 6, right? 6 plus, well, that's pretty much just gonna be the end of our slides there. We're not gonna have much else that we can work with, so we're pretty much gonna get like 1 stun impact out of it. All right, but let's do some field testing. Very good. Yeah, that works out for us very nicely. Another Moogle room. We'll take that. Another great reason to be very selective with the room card is because larger rooms obviously have a greater chance of providing destructible items, destructible environment, which we can use to farm Google points and all that. Sliding dash is not necessarily great for flying enemies.
Fire! Freeze!
Neither is Blizzard. That's how we do it right there.
Yeah. Ha! Ha! Huh. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Alright, so ideally we want to group enemies up for our blizzard. Like, they would have all stayed in that area.
Freeze! Fire! Freeze! Ha!
That's, yeah. So pretty quickly, we're able to pretty much just power through room encounters now.
Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Freeze!
Yeah, there we go. Doing big damage.
Freeze!
So the
Fire!
thing about the card system, it is a little restrictive in the way that you can play. So like right there you saw that I sort of just spammed out a bunch of cards.
Yeah!
And the reason is because we already did the math on our deck setup, right? So if we like deviate from it, obviously the math gets thrown out. If you do something like, okay, I'm not stocking my card, but I set up my deck with the intention of stocking, then you get into a situation where it's like, okay, now all my numbers are thrown off and my deck is no longer going to work in the way that I intended it to.
Fire! Freeze! Freeze!
And you want to avoid that. So if you end up using like basic attacks, because like let's say the enemies in the room are not good for the sleight that you've prepared for, and you do not have sleights already equipped that can handle different like enemy variations, it's better to spam out the cards and lose them in that moment, but still be able to regain them later. That way you can at least return to like a point of familiarity with your deck.
Ha! Ha! Freeze!
Same thing goes with like friend cards, right? Like if I'm using a friend card to front load other cards, obviously that's gonna start throwing off your general deck like building.
Ha! 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 Freeze! Freeze!
Ah,
Fire! Freeze! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Ha!
the game sometimes does ask you to do a little on the fly math, but that's okay.
Freeze.
Oh, that was wasted.
Fire. Freeze. Power. Come on. Gotcha. Goofy. Yeah. Heal. Ha. 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 Freeze. Freeze. Fire. Freeze. Yeah. Ha. 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 Heal. Ha. 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 Ha.
See, the game makes like this effort to warn you about like, oh, don't just use like slights. The thing is, like, you can absolutely get away with abusing slights in this game. You just gotta do a little bit of math ahead of time.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And it's a little like situational too. So you can't just use slights every single time. There are some times when you just gotta, you know, observe the situation for what it is.
Yeah.
Rather, once you have a more diverse deck setup, you can pretty much just spam slight after slight. In the very beginning, when you do not have that luxury, you're gonna have to be more selective with your use of slights.
Yeah. Ha. 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 Ha.
do we have? New strike rate. Strike rate is big. Really big. Because it offers some of the benefits to combat that sliding dash does. Long range attack that can, you know, dispense many of our enemies in one strike. It comes with some downsides. Obviously, the cost is like way higher than sliding dash. But overall, it's a trade-off that's worth it. Because while sliding dash has a very hard time hitting enemies that are airborne, strike rate has a much easier time.
Fire! Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, totally did not realize those were destructible. About to go back and destroy that other one. Where was it? It's like around here somewhere. No? Oh. Guess I'm tripping. How many Moogle points do I have? Guess we can just ask the Moogle. Not many, but enough to get some more attack cards. Okay, nothing super great. At this point, we really are trying to focus on getting cards that offer us. Wait, hold on. Do we have any bounties that can? Yeah. At this point, we really are focused on getting cards which can offer us higher numbers in order to start doing like strike raids. Strike raid is also a really nice slight to have because pretty soon that means we're gonna be able to get like blizzard raid, fire raid if it's like, you know, ever really useful. I think there's like a couple fights that I can think of where blizzard can be pretty useful. Oh, another thing about making cards premium that's really good is that you can hold on. Fire raid. Alright, very nice. I gotta pee. Okay. So fire, attack card, attack card. See, like, that's great. Because it does not require any math. You can pretty much just do it. Ah. So we're pretty much just locked in like that. Okay. 7s all around. We could, I guess, get rid of the Moogle. 9. Yeah, nah. Let's go ahead and advance. Like, what's lowest value that we have multiples of? You tell me, how does a clockmaker wind up in the belly of a whale? Well, it's a long story. Sure it is. So you sailed out to look for Pinocchio, and Monstro swallowed you. Yes, but I found my son. I would do anything for my Pinocchio. But now you can't get out, can you? Being stuck in the belly of a whale is awful. Not if Pinocchio and I are together. That makes everything a little bit better. There's nothing better than being reunited with someone you care about. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't care if I'm trapped here, so long as I have Pinocchio. He's such a good boy. Well, he still tells fibs, but with a little help from me. Oh, Jiminy, you worry too much. Speaking of Pinocchio, where is he? He was here a minute ago. Where's he gone this time? I expect he's off exploring. That boy has been poking around just about everywhere inside this monster. He won't tell me why it's so important. I tell him it's dangerous, but he won't listen. That boy's a handful. Sora, if you don't mind, I know. You want us to help you find him, right? Come on, guys, let's get going. Heal. Oh, already? Oh, okay. Shit, that's right. It's the other way. Wait a minute, so that's an 8. What if I try it from this room? 8, a 1. Okay, we happen to have a 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not a slight every time.
Yeah.
It looks like largely the animations were carried over from Kingdom Hearts 1, which means that some truths still hold up, like aerial attacks being faster. Yeah, the calm bounties is not the way. Hold on. Get my cap on this pen. That way it don't bleed out. We'll do that. We'll do this. Do one of these. Oh! You came to save my dumbass. Thank you. We promise not to get mad, Pinocchio. Is that why you're afraid to tell? No need to fret. Tell us the truth. We'll understand. Put your trust in Goofy. I was looking for a way out. Father says he's happy, but it's my fault we're stuck here. I shouldn't have run away from home. I want to help Father get home to the workshop, but he'll worry if I tell him what I'm doing. So that's why you thought you had to lie. You did it because you love your dad. All you need now is courage. What? Tell Geppetto the truth. With a little courage, you can do it. If you tell him how you really feel, I bet he'll help you find a way out. And we'll give you a hand. Really? You'll help us? Okay, I'll give it a try. Wish me luck, Jiminy. No more keeping secrets then. Have we got a deal? Sure, I'll be brave and tell Father how I really feel. No lies this time. Great, then your nose won't. Oh. What's happening? I got a bad feeling about this. Pinocchio, run for it. Pinocchio. Help, I'm trapped. I should have set up a fire deck for this one. If I remember right, fire is like super effective against this guy.
Hurry!
Luckily, that was one of the more annoying fights in the game. But yeah, magic definitely more effective in this fight. Don't give up, try fighting your way out. Be brave. Okay, I'll try. Pinocchio, are you alright? Don't worry, I'm okay, just a little sticky. But I have a great idea. That thing spit me out when I started fighting back. Why don't we try the same thing with Monstro? Of course, if we're lucky, Monstro might cough us up. Great idea, let's go deeper inside and try it. I'm going too. No, it's too dangerous. Oh, come on. You should be with Geppetto. No use escaping from Monstro if you two get separated again. Leave this to us. I guess you're right. Be careful, everybody. I think it's time we start getting some premium cards. Literally not worrying about slates or anything for this one, just trying to get all of our high cost cards out there. Item cards don't qualify for premium. Huh? You said what? What?
Yeah.
Try to end this fight as soon as possible and hope that if we do get a premium. Okay, cool. Equip deck 1. So,
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Huh. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Power. Ha. Freeze. Freeze.
white mushrooms, very nice, very nice. Times the 8.
Ha. Rah. Yeah. Ha. Rah. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah. Courage. Ha. Power. Tunnel. Freeze. Huh, yeah. Ha. Huh. Yeah. Ha. Huh, yeah. Ha. Huh, yeah. Courage. Power. Huh. Freeze. Freeze. Fire. 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 Huh. Fire. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah.
I will say though, the predetermination of the card system does not lend itself extremely nicely to well, the method in which the game functions. By that I mean
Power.
the 3D world arena.
Freeze. Guilty. Loyal. Yeah. Ha. 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 Rah. Ha. 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 Power. Amazing! Huh. Ha. Ha. Yeah. Rah. Ha. Ha. Huh. Yeah. Ha. Courage. Yeah. Huh. Freeze. Freeze. Huh. Fire.
Alright, probably best to start with the ice cards.
Ha. Huh. Yeah. Rah. Ha. Yeah. Rah. Yeah. Ha. Courage.
Yeah, it's quite the proposition. I think we'll probably just get a chest out of it.
Ha. Ha. Rah. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Huh. Yeah. Rah. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Rah. Ha. 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 Courage. Power.
Okay, probably want the premium, right?
Ha. Yeah. Rah. Ha. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Huh. Yeah. Rah. Ha. Courage.
I want that premium 6, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and you might be led to think there's like so many good options, right? Like why would you use this to get so many premium rooms? Like you could get Moogle rooms, you can get, you know, lots of blue cards, obviously. Well, the reason is because you gotta think about just how like truly impactful
Fire. Fire.
you gotta think how truly impactful like a premium is. So like every time you level up, you can increase your card point capacity. And that's big, right? Like each level up, you get like a 25-point increase in card point capacity. Like obviously, card point is a big resource that needs to be managed in this game.
Power.
Think of it sort of as like your MP in main titles. So the premium room realistically is just as valuable as like a few free level ups
Fire.
in the grand scheme of things. If we can like continue the chain of room roulettes through this card, that would be wonderful too. And in this method, we've pretty much just beat the game. The reason I say that is because now we can infinitely acquire Moogle points, cards, reduce our card point cost. Like it's just the combination of room roulette and premium roulettes are
Courage.
extremely powerful in this game. Now there is a point where it does start falling onto like luck, right? Like if your room roulette fades, then you know. Premium 7. Another reason why room roulettes are so big to us, and we'll start using them to their full potential a little later on, is because eventually there are rooms that require a specific number and color combination.
Filthy.
Premium 0, Premium 9. Room Roulette 9. That's big. That'll get us into most doors, except for ones that have an exact value requirement. Again, that card point cost is very important. Like right now, we're healthy in card point, but we're not unstoppable. And a large part of that is just also due to not even having very many options to begin with. Eventually that's gonna stop being the case. We're gonna have enough Google points to like purchase all of their stock. We're gonna find cards as we traverse through the castle,
Freeze.
and we definitely want as many card points as possible so that we have a wealth of options in our deck building. Premium 5, room roulette 6. We'll take the room roulettes. The fact that you can get room roulettes from room roulettes is honestly a huge oversight in my opinion.
Yeah. Ha. Ha. Rah. Yeah. Ha. Power. Goofy.
Let's see. Nothing that we need, but we will take this. And that'll be good for like level ups and stuff like that.
Yeah. Ha.
Not sitting on very many Moogle points. We could get ourselves a save right quick.
Yeah. Ha. Ha. Ha.
A save room with green orbs like this is highly disappointing. Though I suppose it makes sense. We'll go ahead and save the game. Yeah. Alright. Another reason premium cards are great is that it allows us more heartless cards, which as you can see can be pretty costly. Increases the strength of lightning based abilities. We don't really have any. I think magic is gonna be a pretty big thing for us now, just because our deck is set up in a way to really allow us to spam magic now. Again, we want the lowest possible investment into magic, or into any card first, followed up by then larger investments. Another thing we can really take advantage of is you know what, actually, let me put y'all on. So we did unlock that fire raid. So what that's gonna allow us to do is essentially, if we, you know what, let's keep the same setup, right? So, but now we don't need to worry about the organization as much. So 1, 2, 3, Um, 1, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. Then we can go ahead and put some cure magic in here. Let's do 3 potions, right? Because why not? And now go ahead and use our premium cards, which we have worked so hard for. I don't want anything below a value of 4. Okay. This setup right here is going to allow us to spam Fire Raid. And I'll explain it as we get into the boss fight here. Looks like this is as far as we go. Ready then, let's shake things up. It would be easier if we had someone to fight. Perfect timing, looks like we've got company. Build a gauge within a time limit.
Back off. This is back off. Huh. This is it. Huh. Back off. There. This is it. Back off. This is it. Back off. Take this. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Yeah. Ha. Courage. Ha. Rush. Power. Yeah.
Alright. Luckily, we don't,
This is it. Huh. Back off. This is it. Back off. This is it. Ha! Yeah! Power! This is it! Fire! Heal! Yes!
Okay, we might switch our strategy here, but essentially
Heal!
you get the idea. We can spam out attacks that way. We'll keep that. Honestly, in this fight, spamming out blizzards might be more useful. So 9, 8, that makes 17, and then we need what for stun impact? But you know what? 24 to 26. So that makes 17, and in order to make 24, we need what, an 8? No, a 7. But honestly, like, because they are shadows, pretty much anything over a value of 1 will work just as well. That should. You know what? Let's get Simba in there, yeah. Yeah, cool.
Fire!
Oh, wait, oh.
Fire! 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 Yeah. Yeah. Goofy. Donald. Heal. Yeah. Yeah.
Why are all my cards not being brought back? I don't understand. Is there... Can premium cards not be reloaded?
Fire! Fire!
Okay, so it looks like 3 might honestly be the...
Fire! Fire! Donald!
Oh wait, if a card is broken, can I reacquire it?
Fire! 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 Fire!
Okay, you know what? Whatever. If it works, it works. Cool. Now I know what getting shot out of a cannon feels like. Where's Pinocchio and his dad? They're gone. They must have gotten out safely. Without you, Jiminy, I thought there was no escaping your conscience. I don't mind being left behind as long as they're both safe. Maybe Pinocchio doesn't need me after all. What do you mean? That little puppet used to have trouble telling right from wrong. But he's come a long way. Maybe he doesn't need Jiminy Cricket anymore. Seems like he's got a conscience of his very own. Don't you remember what Geppetto said? There's nothing better than being reunited with someone you care about. I bet Pinocchio is counting the days till he can see you again. Well, what do you know? You might be right.
Ha!
Let's hope that doesn't backfire on us.
Huh? What's the matter?
It's that creepy castle that I was talking about earlier. I know I didn't imagine it. 'Cause that was the castle where Sora had to use the Keyblade to free Kyrie's heart. Then he just disappeared, and I was so worried. How could I ever forget that?
Oh, it was when I turned into a Heartless. Wait, that happened in a castle?
You forgot that? 'Cause I remember perfectly.
Then what's it called?
That's easy, it was. Somebody help me. Is it in your journal?
Every word. I finished the first volume right before we got to this castle. Now then, if I can just find it. Oh, here we go.
You've been jugged. You've been robbed.
Let's have a look. Oh, how could it be?
What's the matter?
Oh, my entries, they're gone. Every page is blank.
What do we do?
How could this have happened? I'm so careful with the journals. All that hard work is gone.
The journal's blank. What's going on?
It just leaves us at that? Okay. I don't think Jiminy would erase his own journal. Once we get out of the castle, let's help Jiminy rewrite the journal. Aye, aye.
Something screwy. Journal pages don't just vanish.
What if it's more things?
Huh?
Goofy was telling us about another castle we'd been to, but none of us really remembers it. Do you think? Could it be that we don't remember because we're losing our memories?
Losing our memories?
Hold on. Remember what that mystery fella said? In this place, to find is to lose, and to lose is to find. It must have been our memories he was talking about losing.
So if we keep going, we'll lose more. Guess it really is Castle Oblivion.
So the higher we go, the more we'll forget. Does that mean everything and everybody will be forgotten?
Riku and Kairi too.
Do you want to go back?
Don't worry, fellers. We might forget about where we've been or what things we've seen, but we won't forget who our friends are.
I don't know.
Come on, Sora. When you turned into a Heartless, did you forget about me and Donald?
Of course I didn't.
There you go. No matter what happens, you won't forget your friends.
Oh. You're right. Thank you, Goofy.
So if there's nothing here that can make you forget about your friends, then we have nothing to be scared of. Let's go!
But when I turned into a Heartless, who was the one who took forever to notice and kept clobbering me?
How come you couldn't forget about that?
Donald got autism. Dope. Well, that'll make episode 2 right there. Oh yeah. I think we call it episode 2. About what, an hour and 40-minute runtime? Very, very cool. Alright. Peace out.